I pozdrav ljudi, dobar dan, dobrodošli na još jednu premijeru na našemu kanalu. Danas nastavljamo sa svojim kontentom na PES-u 19, to jest danas simuliramo Ukrajinsku prvu ligu, Ukrajinsku Premijer Ligu i očekujemo mnogo od ove utakmice, svih koji će igrati danas u drugom kolu, pa da vidimo kako će biti sastavi i ko igra sa kime. Tako, da vidimo ovako. Sastaju se Šahter Donjeck i Dinamo Kijev. To je derbi, dva najveća ukrajinska kluba. Zatim igraju Metalist Harkiv, Dnipro, Metalist 1925, Dnipro 1, Zorija Lugansk, Olimpik Donetsk, Črnomorec Odesa, Metalurg Donjeck i Karpati Lviv i Arsenal Kijev zatvaraju današnje kolo. Da vidimo tablicu. Nakon prvog kola Metalurg ima 3 boda kao Dinamo Kijev, kao Šahter, kao Črnomorec. Arsenal, Zorija, Olimpik i Metalist Harkiv imaju po 1 bod, a 0 imaju Karpati, Dnipro 1, Dnipro i Metalist 1925. Da vidimo i strelce. Po 2 gola imaju prvo mjesto 3 strelca, Balanjuk, Vitor Bueno i Beserin. Mi sada idemo laganini na utakmice drugoga kola Ukrajinske Premijer Lige i mi ćemo vas propustiti kao i zadnji put Džimu Beglinu i Petru Djuriju, da s njima prođete sve susrete, a onda ćemo se mi nakon utakmica javiti sa analizama i ostalim stvarima. Pa uživajte u današnjoj premijeri.
Well, good evening to you wherever you are in the world. We are just about ready for the action here. Kickoff is imminent. The team's indeed with us very soon, having exchanged their various pleasantries. What I have to tell you is that the weather may not be great for the duration of the evening. The clouds yet to open, but one suspects that they will pretty shortly, and when the rain comes, we are warned to expect plenty of it. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works. It's still valid. And I think we're going to see it be successful here.
And we're underway. He's got options out wide. Has a swing at it! Good clearance and very necessary. Battles to win it back. Rakitsky positions himself well and cuts it out. Out wide to the right. And it's Harmash. Moroziuk. Buyalski. Moroziuk.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Shapes to shoot! And that really should have hit the net.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Moroziuk. Breaks on here. Still goalless at the moment. And that's a throw-in. And it's hoisted clear. Tries lifting it over. Plays it out to the wing. They've played it short. Has a look and plays it in. Shoots! I've managed to get it away. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's there to get rid. He's got away. Crunching tackle. Moroziuk. Moroziuk. Aimed long and direct. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Plenty waiting in the middle. He's dealt with that well. Tries to get it forward quickly. Plays a clever pass. And it's Harmash. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Drills one in. And that has been clubbed away. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Has a hit! Knocks it away. And the finish! Forward it goes. Buyalski going, shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
And the first half is done, so neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Look, I think sometimes they're crossing for crossing's sake. It's percentage football. The more balls you get in the box, the likelier it is to score. Well, that's good to a point, but they also need an alternative.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the second half gets underway. No score in the first half. Who's ready to go for it now? Goes long. Has a shot! Good challenge, he just stood firm. Out to the left it goes. Well weighted. And that's been levered clear. Oh, great ball! And he heaves it forward. And it's got through. He's got the ball glued to his feet. He'll have a dip! They've scored! And finally, he has breathed life into the game! Pietov did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
It's come through and he's had a quick look in. Shapes to shoot! And he comes up trumps again.
Well, look, believe me when I tell you that goalkeepers work harder than anyone else in training, and that's why, to be top class on match day, that was a majestic stop.
Well, there's going to be a change now with the ball out of play. And it's been taken short. Away from immediate danger.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tough. Massive leap! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Here it comes. And the header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Here it is now, surely! That's well blocked, and back out it comes.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
He's looked long this time.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
He's gone for it! Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So, the manager making the last of his changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Looks to thread it through. That's gone a long way up and away. Plays it out to the flank. He's left his man. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, no winner here, but an intriguing game. The result probably a fair reflection. It has finished all square. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, but the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere's terrific, and kickoff is moments away. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
And that gets things running. Yeah, it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Out to the left it goes. Ball's out on the left now. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Lobs it in gently. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Aimed in towards the centre. And he just whacks it away. And it's got through. Going for goal! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Gets it back. Aimed long and direct. Crunching tackle. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And that's been won straight back. Now surely, it's a fabulous... He's had a go! There it is!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Receives it from behind. Lovely feet. Ball swung in. That's gone a long way up and away. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Away from immediate danger. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Oh, good interception. Going through. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Good clearance and very necessary. Played back in. He's in, surely! Pushes it out, gets up to head it! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Forward it goes. He's through. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Point blank header! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Forward it goes. He's left it, has a pop! Can he put it away? They've done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So that's 2 now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean...
And the whistle goes for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Here we go again then.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. And the header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Fires it in low. Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Plays it out to the wing. Aimed long and direct. Whip in with a header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
They really are proving themselves to be solid all over the field. And there's a long ball. Here comes the corner. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Trying to get there. Danger averted for now. He's slid it through. Cleared without complication. There's some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. Crosses it in low. Goes for goal! He's done very well to get to that. They've played it short. This could fall anywhere! Gets good distance on it. The shot's on! Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
You would think that the first substitutions would be coming up pretty soon. Clears it out of harm's way. Knocks it away. Tries to get it forward quickly. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? And he's there to hoof it away. And that's been levered clear. Forward it goes. Cuts it out. Keeper goes long. He's got away. It's got through.
This game seems as if it's going to go beyond a rescue point, so they need a goal and fast just to raise spirits and at least give their fans something to cheer.
Plays it through. Shoots! What about it? Late drama, late goal. This will be one frantic ending.
The first touch was absolutely heavenly, and because of it, the finish was a mere formality.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
This is threatening to become a really good game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Defence has got rid of that. And that's that. Well, that does not help. Interpret the performance as you will, but the key truth is that they lost. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, they were posed with problems in wide areas and they couldn't find a solution to those wide defensive positions. Shocking, really.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd. They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works. It's still valid. And I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Deftly done. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Out towards the flank. Crunching tackle. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. This is promising. He'll have a dip! There it is! Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
And the counter is on. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. And he's going long. It is a corner. And he just whacks it away. Referee's given a throw. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Here it comes. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. They've played it short. Chooses to go back. Danger averted for now. No, ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Chance to break. Keeper's got good distance on that. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Caught offside that time. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Out wide to the right. Tries to get it forward quickly. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? He's one-on-one, surely! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Looks to play him in. but a minor communications breakdown. Plays it out to the flank. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with their first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're underway again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. He's left his man. Gets good distance on it. Looking to break out here. Going through. Cut out in the nick of time. Cuts it out. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, sweet feet. Tries the cross. And it's been taken short. Aimed long and direct. And now the breakaway.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Ball is over the line. Is it in? I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Oh, we're talking fractions.
He's made sure that that won't get through. He's found his man. Keeper's ball. Done very well to intervene. Faced. He's gone for it. It's there. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
He's got away. Has a look. Diving header! Brave effort, total commitment.
A good attempt. The ball was at a lovely height too.
That's a poor kick by the keeper. He's just given it straight back. Plays it out to the wing. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Well, it's normally around now that the managers think about making changes. Hits it first time! Oh, taken with style! Back to within 1! Interesting! What about that, Jim Beglin?
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they've given themselves a chance.
Has a hit! Should have equalised.
I can't hide away from how important that was.
Decent looking ball. Oh, terrible pass. It's broken loose. Lovely feet.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
And the finish! He's scored! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it. Oh, good interception. He's left his man. Forward it goes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, the manager heads down the tunnel, swathed in satisfaction. His team have carried out his instructions to the word, and they have got their win. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, this is a good win for me. They know they've got the organisation and the discipline, and that's what gave them the platform to go on and win this.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you. Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd. They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. The information we've been given is that they're going to go with a 3-5-2.
Well, the beauty of this system, Peter, is that you can offer both a back five and a front two, having sufficient strength at either end of the team where you need it. Equally, the wing-backs can supplement the numbers in midfield to make it a five. So I think it affords managers the ultimate flexibility. And I think if I were really pushed on what I'd like most, this would be the system.
The action has already... In with a header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Oh, good interception. Tries to get it forward quickly, and it's got through. Out of play for a throw. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Gets it back. Forward it goes. In towards the middle. Gets good distance on it. It's a loose ball. Chance to break. Plays it out to the wing. And another time! Goal!
An exhibition in how to finish with a minimum of fuss.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Oh, flags up. He must have been offside.
He may have been caught offside, but, well, Peter, from experience, defenders, I can tell you, hate those runs in behind.
Gorgeous control there. And he heaves it forward. Hoists it high. And the finish! They've scored! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Well, that's where he wants it. Time to deliver. Played towards the front men. Breaks on here. Aimed long and direct. Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
I've managed to get it away. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Crunching tackle. Knocks it away. Looks to clip it forward. Surely. Can he finish? Tries to get it forward quickly. Now the counter. And there's a long ball. Lovely feet. Puts in a cross. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. Here we go again then. And the weighted pass. And he's there to hoof it away. Clears it out of harm's way.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Going for goal! Really well taken goal. The second half off to a spectacular start. What about that, Jim Beglin?
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Aimed long and direct. He's looked long this time. That'll be a throw-in. Shoots! It's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
We have ourselves a real game here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Hit into the middle. And that's been levered clear. So there's going to be another change here. This is promising. Here it comes. Out of play for a goal kick. Pretty robust, but it's got the job done. He's left his man. In he goes again. More pressure on the opposition goal.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
And it's been taken straight back. Well weighted. And he's onside. Danger averted for now. And the counter is on. Went in for a slide tackle and executed it cleanly. No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. He's gone for it. Oh, taken with style. Into the lead once more. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So we have a breakthrough.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it.
Plays a clever part. Hits one! And that could come back to haunt them.
Ah, that's a great response, though, and it's a statement declaring that they're not done with this yet.
So, the manager making the last of his changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And a shot!
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
He'll have a dip! It's in! Dying minutes, and we're all square again! Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. So all square with almost no time remaining. Throw in. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. No, that's not going to find its target. There is the final whistle. What a game, wonderful stuff, and the right result. Neither side really deserved to lose. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye. So perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful yellow sunshine. These are conditions for the beautiful game. At least that is how it should be. The backdrop could not be any more idyllic. The players are with us now. The crowd is in good number and in shirt-sleeve order. It is lovely to be able to breathe fresh air without having to wrap oneself up to the gills and simply to turn up and to enjoy a match that matters to so many. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Towering header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Danger averted for now. Back into the middle. Chance to shoot! Hits it first time! He's scored!
Well, if that was their intention pre-match, let me tell you, it's worked out very nicely. I think for the skipper to chip in with a goal too is a bonus, but this game has already taken on a real attacking edge and long may that continue. Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Tries to stroke it through. Chooses to go back. Tries to get it forward quickly. There has been just the early goal here, and the score is 1-0. The shot's on! And that's been levered clear. Aimed long and direct. And the counter is on. And he's surging through. Forward it goes. Tries one! There are a few waiting for it. With a delicate ball. Gorgeous control there. Turns and goes back. And he heaves it forward. Oh, they can break here. He's one-on-one! Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Oh, he's made sure that that won't get through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's a good spot and a good call.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Oh, he's found him in space! And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Leading 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Out wide to the right. Going through.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Has a hit! They've scored! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So that's two now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Looks to clip it forward. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Hoists it high. Aimed long and direct. Gets it upfield. Over to the left. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. They've played it short. Drilled in low. Lobs it in gently. Shoots! It's anyone's ball. Oh, great save. Real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
He'll have a dip. He has done it. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equal.
He's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Aimed long and direct. And a header! And the finish! He scores! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Played into the middle. And the defence can get it clear. Pings it out wide. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Done very well to intervene. And now the breakaway. And back to base. So that's it. It is all over. A decent win via a very competent performance. Without doubt, they were the better side, and the result reflects as much. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, looking back on this, the early goal had a big influence on what unfolded and allowed them to dictate with comfort.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and goodbye. Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, the weather for it is forecast to be less than ideal. We are expecting intermittent spells of heavy rain, which just might impact on the quality of the football. I don't think it's going to be sufficient to prevent the football from being played, nor indeed has it deterred the many fans who are in here and already generating a terrific atmosphere ahead of the game, which kicks off any moment now. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs two of the three central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get plenty of support with this setup.
Well, we're on the way. Played into space out wide. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Tries to stroke it through. He slid it through. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Done very well to intervene. He's got options out wide. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. There's the through ball.
No efforts on target is acceptable if levels of enthusiasm and energy are good, and they're not.
Ball's gone out of play. And he's onside. I've managed to get it away. Pumps it into the area. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. There will be a throw-in. Turns and goes back. Chance to break. Gets his foot in there. Battles to win it back. He's made sure that that won't get through. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Lovely bit of skill there. Pushes it out wide. Drilled in low. Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Forward it goes. Knocks it away. Tries to dink it in. Oh, that's nice. And he's going long.
That's just an example of overcommitting.
And the half-time whistle goes. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Reflections on the first half?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Just brushed off the ball there. Out to the left it goes. And the flag has stayed down. Ah, looking at that, the defence was beaten. More than happy to take the muscular approach. What an adventurous run from a defender. That intervention was very necessary. Floats one over, and it's got through. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Back into the middle, looking to force his way through. He's left his man. Hoists it high, looking for space out wide. Gorgeous control there. Looking for a decent ball in. Into the box. And that's been repelled. So there's going to be another change here. He's had a shot! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Gets it back. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Danger averted for now. And he heaves it forward. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. He can get that clear. Well read, he sorted that out.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way.
Has a swing at it! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, great ball! And the defence can get it clear. There's no... Hits one! Oh, it's in! And that might well be that! Deadlock broken, it's 1-0. Goes long. And he just whacks it away. Swept in. Here comes another cross. There is the final whistle. Well, that is truly disappointing. It is a results business, and this result is worth nothing. Your final thoughts, Jim?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that can drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close a deal.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
I tako završeno je drugo kolo Ukrajinske Premijer Lige. Kao što vidite, rezultati u derbiju Šahtjor Dinamo Kijev 1-1, Metalist Harkiv Dnipro 1-2, Metalist 1-9-5, Dnipro 1-3-1, Zorja Lugansk i Olimpik Donetsk su odigrali zanimljivu utakmicu 3-3. Črnomorec je pobjedio Metalurga 3-1 i Arsenal je šokirao Karpati golom na kraju susreta i pobjedivši 0-1. Kada pogledamo rezultate, više manje su svi rezultati realni, tako da liga će biti zanimljiva. Črnomorec je jedini bez poraza sa pobjedama, naprijed ima 6 bodova. 4 boda imaju Kijev, Dinamo, Šahtjor i Arsenal. 3 boda imaju Metalurg, Metalist 1-9-2-5 i Dnipro. Po 2 boda imaju Zorja i Olimpik. 1 bod ima Metalist Harkiv, a bez bodova su i dalje Karpati, Laviv i Dnipro 1. Da vidimo strijelce. Prvo mjesto dijele sada Farkašenko iz Črnomoreca i Farinos iz Metalist 1-9-2-5 sa 3. Po 2 gola imaju Balanjuk, Semotjuk, Pračet, Mladenov, Vitor Bueno i Besedin. Idemo vidjeti parove idućeg trećeg kola. Znači, sastat će se Dinamo Kijev, Metalist 1-9-2-5, Metalist Harkiv, Šahtjor Donetsk, Dnipro protiv Zorje, Dnipro 1 protiv Črnomoreca, Olimpik protiv Karpata i Metalurg protiv Arsenala. Očekuje nas izrazito zanimljive utakmice da memoriramo, a vama da se zahvalimo. Nadam se da ćete uživati u ovoj premijeri koja će biti uskoro na našem YouTube kanalu. Doviđenja.